long time. Welcome to the CompuBox Academy. I'm Todd Grisham, and here with me, my broadcast colleague, it's John. First up, Freight Train from Ukraine. Here comes the pride of Wales, one of the best fighters in UK history, the former super middleweight and light heavyweight champion of the world.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Ukraine, wearing the blue trunks trimmed with yellow, Freight Train. Fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the renowned unified world champion with a remarkable undefeated career, introducing the two-division champion of the world and boxing's pride of Wales, please welcome Joe, the Italian Dragon Calzaghe.
All the talking has been done. It's time to start doing the walking.
This place is like a coliseum. When it's packed out, the fans are there. You can hear their punches. You can smell the sweat. The heat is second to none.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be 2 that we're talking about. And we're off and running between these 2 really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. Through the hook, it didn't land. Perfect counter shot. Missing with that jab. So much hype surrounding this big matchup as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter because the expectation from the thousands of people here, of the millions of people around the world, people like you and I sat here expecting everything and anything can break a man or make a man.
He threw a punch and just got countered. These 2 were made for each other. Counter shot lands. Good counter punch. Just misses with that left uppercut. They exchange punches. This fighter focuses on those long, straight punches, staying on the outside and winning round after round.
It's a flat-footed fight. If you've got a dance right there in front, you've got to cut him off. Cut the ring off, make the ring small. Put him on the back foot, put him under pressure.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Nice counter shot. Good punch. Those counter punches have to hurt. How about that time counter shot? That jab doesn't score. Well done with that counter shot. Missed him with that uppercut. And he scores with the counter. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Every time they drop their guard, they get very close round with 10 seconds to go. The game plan does not. Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then, put the pressure on.
When you're fighting a swarmer and you know their goal is to bury their head right in your chest, the uppercut would probably come in handy.
A swarmer, a good swarmer, will get inside you like a bee. Like a bee just pickpocketing and stinging you wherever you leave yourself open. A swarmer is the worst kind of fight to fight.
Punch, counter punch. Can't land that jab. Catch and shoot. Stamina is off the charts. There's a counter shot. Only catching air with that hook. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
The perfect counter lands. Holding nothing back here in the round. Swing and a miss with that left hook. That counter punch caught him clean. Well, Johnny, as you know, there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
A lot of effort being exerted here. Beautiful counter punch. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. And a round that seemed like the bell rings and we start the third. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Nice counter shot. Nice counter. Nope, that uppercut does not score. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a terror. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Good counter punching. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice counter punch right up the middle. And that hook misses. A straight right just misses. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. We'll see how much. Here we go to the fourth round. They really seemed to exhaust themselves last round. Let's see what they have left.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Beautiful counter shot. We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in the fight. You've got to relax.
Nice counter punch. Nice counter. Well done with that counter shot. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Nice counter punch right up the middle. He threw a punch and just got cut. Why weren't they covering up? Freight train goes down. And that body shot folded him like an old t-shirt.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
The referee says they can continue, but how much more do they have left?
The corner needs to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
Pretty good start the first half of this round.
Perfect game plan. The thing is, can anybody figure out what to do to...
He knew his chin would get tested in this fight, and it failed him miserably.
I need to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's still in the fight.
Now they're back on their feet right now, Johnny. Do they go toe for toe, or do they play defense here?
Hard, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up from the stool again? That was a shot.
They exchange punches. Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. Is this the beginning of the end? A nightmare start to this fight. Well, he's got Bambi legs. What are you doing? Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? And that body shot folded him like an old t-shirt.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
this was an unexpected turn of events. What happens next?
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Jab does not score. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Halfway through the round, and they're struggling a little bit.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show him your boxing skills. Step out of the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use pain over brawn.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been his round for sure. His legs are gone, but somehow he's still in this fight.
Unbelievable heart. Knock.
Calm yourself back.
This is the beginning of round 6. Something has got to change after 2 knockdowns in the last round.
2 knockdowns, and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible, because your head must be all over the place. Your legs will feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? You've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses. How do you deal with it?
What you've got to do, Tony, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Swing and a miss with the left uppercut. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. His stamina is off the charts. Catch and shoot. Tried to score with a jab. Pretty close fight here in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
And that jab just missed with the left hand. is willing to go where the other fighter won't. It's bombs away. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Stamina is always an issue in a prize fight.
You cannot gas out if you prepared right. Slip.
I need you to switch back on. Get focused.
And there's the bell for round 7. Fatigue is setting in. Let's see how they handle it here in this round.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
The straight right just misses. And he scores with the counter. What a punch. You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Very competitive round here so far.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Swing and a miss with that jab. The only fear you have with this fighter is has he punched himself out? I wouldn't be surprised if they stop this fight considering the swelling and the bruising. The referee takes a look and he says, let's get it on. Jab misses. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. That big hook doesn't land. Despite what the judges... Hold her right there! Can you believe this? Joe Calzaghe in some serious trouble. Start wondering how much work these two fighters did in the gym.
This is when you talk about championship.
Come on. You've let him back into the fight.
And they're back at it again here in round 8. Let's see how much recovery they saw there in the last minute.
What are they doing that now? Are they trying to get an ending out? That's a lot of energy burst. They did 6 rounds in one. They're going to be absolutely shattered.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. The cut doesn't look that bad, but they're going to take a look at it anyway. The referee says they're okay to fight, and we'll keep fighting. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in. Stumbling around in potholes. And
got to see that again.
Not many people would have predicted it, but we've got a knockout victory.
What a build-up. What a journey towards this fight. What a fight itself. The crowd enjoyed it. The fighters enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed it. And what a way to end the fight. There's no mistake there about who won. What a shot.